It's a boy Garnet JR coming back here again, guys. Tonight I have someone special coming on again, right? This brother right here is basically someone who's doing incredible stuff, guys, right? He has a financial literacy school, literally, man. And I'm like, yo, I had to just get him on here just to come share some points. We're gonna chop it up with regards to crypto and everything, but CEO, Mr. Henry. You know, Send in the request, man. The people want to hear your voice. They want to know what's up, what's going on, man. Literally, bro. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one, guys. Guy who basically, created. Good night to you. Good night to you, man. Guy who created, financial literacy school. That's one of my goals too. So to see a brother in it already is, it's really exciting. Want to learn a lot. All right, guys. Garnet J coming at you again. Here sharing all of this. Mr. Henry, CEO, Mr. Henry, how you doing, man? What's going on?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. How you feeling, man? Feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. God is good, life is good. Amidst everything, man, we just have to give thanks for life. Let me get this camera positioned properly. Yeah. You hearing me? Connect.
I tapped out for a second. I'm back. I had to get on the
Yeah,
mic.
man, you tap back in, man. You're live and direct, man. So, Mr. Henry, the people want to know what you do, what's going on. Introduce yourself, man. Let us get to know who you are.
Bet. Well, man, they call me CEO, Brother Henry. I own Kika First Academy, which is actually Kika First Entrepreneurial Academy. It's Grace K through 12. The premise of my school is a national private school. It's black owned. Every child who attends my school has to start a small business that generates revenue.
Man.
Every student has to publish a minimum of one book. Then on top of that, we teach crypto, we teach real estate, we teach digital marketing, funnel building, sales copy, all kind of stuff, man. So it's been a journey, and I'm still in that journey. We still building, man. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here.
Definitely, brother. Like, that's so exciting, man. Like, cause that's one of my goals in the future, to have a financial academy where I can bring in persons, teach them all these different information, right? Especially for like persons outside of the US and Canada, because there's a whole lot of persons out there and they don't have the information that we have, right? And it's just for us to educate them and help them level up on a whole nother level,
Yeah.
right? So, man, I really appreciate what you're doing. It's really, really good. And even with the funnel building, I'm even doing some stuff where I'm telling persons, hey, if you're a graphic designer, try to adapt and move away just from graphics, but get to know how to build funnels, because that will change your trajectory. People charge, say, from say $25 to 100 for a piece of flyer. But if you can take that flyer and put it on a funnel, right? And basically put some copy on it, some words on it, boom, you can sell it for 3,000 up to 10,000. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like thinking about it. You have moving from 25 to 100. Now you can move from 3 grand, cause that's like industry price, but the minimum is like 500, and you can go all up to the trajectory of 10 grand by just building out a funnel. So that's something, that's a really, really good talent, and I must commend you for that. But I know you want to know about this crypto, cause I know that you want to educate your students, you want to let them know what's going on with the whole cryptocurrency market, because at the end of the day, it's a new asset class. Some persons don't, understand it. Some persons hear the good, persons hear the bad. There's a whole lot of information out there, and I'm here to just give you that clarity. Make sure you understand it. My unique selling proposition is basically I'm a cryptocurrency coach, but I've lived in so many different areas, right? I've lived in Canada, I live in the United States, different parts in Canada, different parts in the United States, right? I've lived in Jamaica, in the Caribbean. So there's a different coaching style for each region, and I'll give you the sauce for each different region, right? So that's what's special about what I do, right? And I don't just let you understand cryptocurrency in a simplistic way. I show you what to do, what to look out for, right? How do you build wealth after you make this cryptocurrency money? And even if you don't have the money to get into crypto right away, I give you strategies to leverage through the cryptocurrency market, and also tax planning. Not a financial advisor. However, I'll give you the game also, right? And then you can correlate that information with your financial advisor and your accountant and your tax specialist. So that's what I'm offering. That's what I'm here to give, So I'll just start it off, like, just give me your questions, and let me just, pour into you, and just, just like we pour into those kids, let me just pour into you, and then you can take that information back and all that stuff, man. So just give me your questions and let's go.
Bet. Let's start here. Let's start here. This is a good thing on crypto. So maybe maybe 2 years ago or so, right? I was reading about Bitcoin having this financial winter, or they didn't call it financial winter, but they call it like crypto winter, basically.
Beer market, yeah.
Where it would dip like super low, right?
Yeah.
But you know everything has a season, right? And so when the cryptocurrency market started going under, when you know we started this recession or whatever, and it started losing its value, um, like me, I had Bitcoin, I had Ethereum, I had
Yeah.
Shiba Inu, whatever. So I sold a lot of what I had rather than move it around. But I should have just moved it around. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm getting to my question. So now, looking at the market now, it's easy to get into right now, right?
Yeah.
It's easy to get
Yeah.
into. How do you think in the next like 5 to 10 years this market is going to play out with creating millionaires? Because it's going to come. You know what I
All
mean?
right. Yeah, so here's the deal, right? So the persons who were millionaires last year, most of them started investing from 2018, 2017, right? During that crypto winter time. That's when most persons got in. That's when I was even introduced to crypto, but I didn't have a coach, I didn't have a mentor, I didn't have anyone to really guide me back then. I remember when Bitcoin was at $500. I tried to purchase it on Coinbase, but the transaction failed. I didn't have anyone to guide me. I just gave up. And I know that's how a lot of persons started off. They just gave up. But back in 2020, when the market crashed because of COVID, I got introduced to that platform, right? How I got introduced to that platform, I was actually scammed. Well, not really scammed, but they take advantage of me and took away my money, basically, right?
Right.
But it was a smaller amount, right? So those investment platforms where they tell you to do this and they tell you to do that, but there's one good thing that came out of it. I learned the platform, right? It was Shakespeare at the time, and I utilized that platform. So I lost some money, but I got a talent from it. I got some information, and that changed my life completely. So when Bitcoin went all the way down to 5 grand, right? I invested $500 into it. I have a book called Small Boy Big Profits. I tell you about the whole process, right? It's on Amazon. So when the Bitcoin went up to 80 grand, because I'm in Canada, it went up to 80 grand. So think about it, 5 grand, $500 to 5 grand ratio. When it went up to 80 grand, you can calculate how much money I made. And I reinvested that back in Ethereum. I watched Ethereum move from $300 to $5,000, right? And in that whole process, I'm investing. I watch Cardano move from $1 to $3, right?
Right.
I watch XRP. I watch all these different cryptocurrencies going up, right? So what I tell a lot of persons, now that the market is done, I always hear this thing: buy low, sell high. It's just that you have to know which cryptocurrency to invest in. Don't just take your money and just dump it anything. It has to have a particular use case. What is use case? What this coin is used for. Ethereum is good for building platforms. Basically, Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency that was out, right? And it has a store of value, right? There's a definite amount. You have Cardano, which is taking over. It's the competitor to Ethereum, right? But it's faster in a particular way. XRP is going into the financial market, right? You have Chainlink that's taking over the Oracle space. If you know about Oracle, right? Amazon Web Service, you know, that's how Amazon make their real money, right? So all these different cryptocurrency projects that are out there, you have to know which one to invest in. You have meme coins like the Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. Those are like frivolous coins, right? However, for Shiba Inu, they're kind of changing up their system now, where now they're adding use cases to. So now there's going to be a purpose for it. So if someone right now basically starts to think about cryptocurrency, right, they have to think about a long-term play. Because any financial advisor will tell you this if you're going to invest in the financial market, because I'm in that space, right? The minimum is 2 years, right? 2 years is a minimum for any financial investment. They tell you that. Then the next is 5, then the next is 10, right? That's the time frame. So if you give yourself 2 years, and that's when the next Bitcoin halving is calculated to be 2024. So that's when the next trajectory or next price point is gonna go up. So right now, all I tell persons, yo, get the information, get a coach, get a mentor, get the right information, start placing small investments, right? And here's the thing: don't just take your money and put it into an investment platform. You can do it yourself. Don't take your money and give it to people, right? Don't do that. You get scammed that way, right? And if you want me to tap into the different type of scams, I can tell you so you can know what's going on out there. Because a lot of persons hear that, hey, you can make money,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't know how to do it. And you just can't just put $500 and make 10 grand. There's a way how you can make money, though. I ain't gonna lie. You get what I'm saying? But it's for persons who are technically or who understand cryptocurrency, right? If you understand that, and let me just tell you the procedure right now. Basically, when you have an initial public offering, like when a new stock is coming out, right? In the cryptocurrency, it has an initial coin offering. So when the new coin is coming out, right, as it drops, that's when you divest or put a lump sum of money into it. But within 2 to 6 hours, I say the maximum 12 hours, you sell that asset off and get out of it. You'll never catch the top, you'll never catch the bottom. But that's how you make fast money with crypto. That's the only way I know how you can make money with crypto fast, right? Over a long period of time, you can hodl, you can stake, right? So what is holding? Basically buying and holding, right? Buy low, sell high, same concept, right? You can trade the same thing with the traditional system, trading and staking. Basically, you telling the platform, say, hey, I have this lump sum of assets, hold on to it, and they give you yields. So it's just like dividend stocks. So each cryptocurrency element or way how you can make money with crypto, it correlates to the traditional system. So that's like you have dividend, that's the staking option, you have buying and holding just like the regular stocks. So there's so many different ways that you can invest in the cryptocurrency market safely, but we as a people have to know how to go about it, right? How we have ownership over our assets. And a lot of persons don't know that. So just to answer your question, right? The trajectory is within the next 3 to 5 years, crypto is going to go up. Look at what's going on. All the government institutions are getting into it. All the different big players, music industries, Walt Disney, like so many different industries are getting into the cryptocurrency market through the NFT. But if you look at NFT, the base is crypto. So you still have to know how to buy, sell, trade, all of that stuff. Everyone in metaverse, all these companies are going into the cryptocurrency market. Crypto is going to disrupt a lot of industries. Think about even the metaverse. Instead of you flying a plane to China or you taking a trip, you just hop into the virtual universe, buy what you need, and you send it over to your address. Like, it's going to disrupt a whole lot of industries. And that's something that our persons, our people need to know about, right? And get educated on from early. And right now, it's easy to invest, as you had mentioned. It's easy to get the crypto now. But right now, even in the state of New York, you know, they passed a law where not everyone can just buy crypto, right? If you try right now, if you have a New York, I tell anyone, if you have a New York driver's license, I have one of my students from New York. He couldn't sign up on the platform, right? So New York right now, they're restricting persons. So as soon as regulation really comes in, you see how we have this freedom of buying it. It's not going to be like this. Regulation is going to come down, and a lot of persons aren't going to be able to invest unless they're accredited investors. What are accredited investors? Having a net worth over $1 million. Right now in Canada, where I'm at right now, they just passed a law where there's only, I think, 4 to 5 coins that you can invest over $20,000 in for the year. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, and I think one more. I think not Solana or none of those, right? I think it's Doge and SHIB, right? Those are the only coins. So think about like XRP, which is a 50 cents, which is gonna take over the monetary space. They're like the Western Union and the MoneyGram. They're gonna be doing all of that type of service, right? At 30 cents right now. Think about the projection that's gonna go. Here they're saying, oh, you can't do that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you think about it right now, I tell a lot of persons like, yo, take it while it's hot right now. A lot of persons don't understand it. It's a plus for you. The big feds, the people who have the wealth, they don't understand it. And they're waiting for even regulation. Because they don't want to deploy money and then, oh, there's not a definition of what to invest in or what to do. You get what I'm saying? They don't want to deploy all that money. So as soon as regulation comes, the space is going to change. So who has the information now or who is invested now, they are the ones that are going to be the millionaires, the billionaires, right? So those who are outside of that space, they're not going to really capitalize on everything. And I know a lot of persons don't like to pay, and I always say this, bro. Like, people have to pay one way or another. You either pay somebody to learn, right, by a coach or a mentor. You're going to pay by making mistakes and losing your money, or you're going to pay by missing out. You're going to see everyone making this money, and you're going to be standing there by the wayside, and you're like, oh, my God. Oh, my God, like, you know, I should have done this. You know, don't say should have if I would have. Don't do that, right? Get the information from a coach, from somebody who has the information that you need, right? And who was in the position you were in, so we understand each other. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you can't go to a millionaire and, you know, think he's going to coach you the way how you are. You get what I'm saying? Because he doesn't know your pain. He already had access to funds, right?
Right, right,
You're
right.
here starting off from a low point. You start investing, say 100, 100, 100. Let it accumulate. Those persons who have that liquidity already, have the millions already, they can deploy a lot and make a whole lot. But for the regular persons, we have to have the long-term mentality. We have to change our mindset. Remember, they didn't teach us this in school, and there was a reason for it. They don't want us to be rich. They don't want us to have any financial freedom. So that's the whole name of the game, bro. But I hope I understand, answered your question. I
Yeah.
explained a little bit, but give me more questions. Give me your questions.
So here's another point for us to discuss. My financial advisor, probably
Mm-hmm.
maybe 2 years ago, my
Yeah.
financial advisor told me, I'm in Illinois, so we outside Chicago. My financial advisor said that they're moving towards, and it's something you kind of just mentioned, they're moving towards making cryptocurrencies like securities regulated, so that if you don't have your securities license, you can't buy and sell crypto. So you got to be into the in the very near future, you'll have to be in that space already. And so because they're trying to like hedge it so that way they can, take over the market because of what it's doing to, economies across the world. So my financial advisor was telling me like, hey, if you're going to get crypto, get it now. He's like, because in the future, unless you plan on getting licensed like me, your securities, and he got like, I don't know, he's got all the different series license and all that different type of stuff. And he's like, yo, if you don't get it now, when it comes, you're going to be like, yo, I could have play, but it'll be too late. You know what I'm saying? But if you already have it, that you're grandfathered in, you can still make that money off of that. So what you kind of mentioned it too, but can you talk a little bit about what you see coming as far as those?
Yeah. So with regards to that, right, regulation is definitely coming, right? And your financial advisor, he's definitely right. And here's the thing, and this is a gem for a lot of persons, right? When you read the terms of service for these cryptocurrency platforms, right, they can take away your money at any given time. They don't tell you this because we as people don't read the fine print. So what I tell a lot of my students to do, right, if you're gonna be like trading or utilizing the platforms to make a lot of gains, you can keep it on the platforms. But if you have a lump sum of money, take it off and put into a ledger. This is a cold storage device, right? A hardware wallet, right? A device where it's not connected to the internet. No one can hack it unless you give them your information, literally, right? And they have to have the device in present. So that's what I tell a lot of persons to do going forward. So even when that regulation comes in, if you take all your money off the platforms and have it to your ledger, when regulation comes in and when these platforms say, hey, if you're an accredited investor, right, please send us this document, right, in order for us to release your funds, right? That's what's going to happen. Because you already move it over there, they can't touch it. And all these billionaires, millionaires, they have all their money in the ledgers already, right? You think they're going to keep all this money on the platforms and seeing these platforms going insolvent or crashing? Everyone takes their money off and put it on the ledger. So that's how you can protect yourself for the future and combat against regulation. Your financial advisor also probably didn't tell about the taxes, right? So this is something I also teach my students, like, hey, everything on the blockchain right now is recorded, right? So because it's recorded, right, 10 years from now, they can still go back on it and see what's going on. So a lot of persons are making millions just buying and selling. I tell persons, don't buy and sell. Borrow against your asset. This is what the rich does with their stocks, with their assets, right? They borrow against it, they leverage it. So within the cryptocurrency space, we're just starting up and we utilize this. When we're 10 years down the line, we have to worry about taxes. So what I tell a lot of persons to do, right? Borrow against your asset. There's crypto loan platforms, right? And most of them give you up to like 85 loan to value ratio, right? So say you have 10 grand, right? You have 10,000, you deploy it into an asset. Let me give you an example. Say Cardona, right? You deploy that 10 grand there, you borrow against it, right? Say they give you 70%, but you pull 70% out in equity, right? And you have that cash, right? But you still have what, 10 grand in the market, but only risking 3. And remember, when you borrow against it, it's tax deferred, not tax avoidance, not tax, you're avoiding any tax, it's tax deferred. So they cannot tax that money because it's what, a loan, right? So that's how you can get into the space. You can leverage it where you have a lot in the market, but you're only risking 30. Think about it. You're making 10 by using 30, and then you have 7 in your pocket to reinvest, right? And if a lot of persons out there don't feel comfortable by getting strictly in the cryptocurrency space without a coach or mentor, and that's why I'm here, because I coach and mentor. But if they feel like, hey, they want to do their own thing, what you can do, use the infinite banking play. A life insurance, get a whole life policy, right? Dump a lump sum if you have a lot of money, right? borrow against it, right? And you get a loan, right? And remember, you don't have to pay it back because guess what? You're gonna come out of the debt benefit portion, so you have to pay that back. And you have an asset that is stable, growing, and now you have this money. Now you can come into the cryptocurrency market, utilize that last principle where you borrow against it again, and then you maneuver through the market. So as long as you're going through this cryptocurrency market, we're borrowing it, we're preparing ourselves for taxes every step of the way, and even just recording it, right? This is something I tell a lot of persons, right? Record everything. When you make a purchase, write down the crypto that you have, right? Put the purchase price, put the fee, right? Then if you sell it, which I tell them not to sell, but if they do sell, put the selling price and also the fee, and then you have your profit, and then based on your jurisdiction, you multiply the profit by it. For the US, right, we know that once you hold an asset over a year, it's 20% gains for capital gains, right? And under a year, 37%. So that's already, you already know that, but different areas have different taxes, because just like some states, you have state tax, federal tax, all that stuff. But if you maneuver through the space with this, 2 years down the line, you don't have to worry about it, right? So I just gave you like 3 different nuggets in all in one, right? Where you defer taxes, right? So you don't have to pay any money. You can leverage cryptocurrency by investing in the market, and you don't have to have full exposure. And guess what? You're doing recording, you're doing bookkeeping. So it puts you in an investor mindset, right? Because this is what investors do, right? So that's it, bro. Like, that's what I'm looking towards. This is what I teach a lot of persons to get themselves ready. It's not just about making the money, right? It's about keeping it.
Right.
That's the major play, keeping this thing, because like that's where the future is gonna go. And here's the thing again, right? Look how easy it is to get cryptocurrency asset. Do you think you can get stocks that easy? You have to go through a whole lot of process, right? You can't get real estate that easy, right? So I tell anyone this: crypto is the only asset you really own, that you can really own.
Right.
Think about it. Like, if you don't pay your property taxes, what happens? They come seize it.
At
If you
least,
don't pay your land tax, they come seize it, right?
right.
If you are having trouble with the government or some tax agency and you have stocks, they seize it, right?
Right.
Can you own crypto? Is the only thing you can move over to a ledger, cut it off, and have it there. That's yours, right? Like, that's the only asset I see where you can really own. Everything else, like, it's like a loan they give you. Like, they say, you hold on to this, but you still have to keep on paying us some type of money. You get what I'm saying? So that's on a higher level, but we know ownership is the name of the game either way, but crypto is the asset that you can really own. I don't see any asset out there otherwise from that, right? Apart from a car, but that's depreciating at times. But yeah.
I like that angle, and I'm gonna tell you the value of what you just said. When the market was, acting funny last year, I pulled a bunch of crypto out, right? I was like, let me just go and take this money, get this money. But, that's just because I operated out of ignorance. I didn't know. So I did it, and one of my guys was like, yo, they going to tax that. And I'm like, yo, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? I was in the crypto, and I knew about it, but I just didn't have a lot of information. I was really ignorant, right? Because like you said, I didn't have a coach. I didn't have anybody that was like really schooling me. I was just seeing little things here and there. And I'm like, oh, we can make a nice little flip here, right? I was seeing, oh, I can buy this. I know from playing the game, if I buy this right now at 3% and it shoots up to 10%, that's an easy sell. I just made 7%, right? So
Yep.
my mind, I'm just running numbers. So I pulled, especially when the market started dipping, I was like, oh, I'm way up. So I'm pulling everything till I got the taxes back, and they're like, yo, it's what you owe. Like, yo, gains on my taxes, on my crypto. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So yeah,
Yeah.
I got hit with them capital gains, and it served the lesson, and the lesson, make sure once you're in something, make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you talk to people that know what they're doing. There's always going to be somebody that knows more than you, people that know more than you, to get the right information to kind of guide your decisions when you make them. I was just going with the wind, like, yo, we out here getting money. We finding success. I'm just going to pull this crypto out. We'll take this money and go, do whatever, X, Y, and Z. But I didn't realize, like, yo, they finna hit me with this 30% tax for these capital gains. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is, man. And I appreciate you saying that and sharing that. And
Yeah.
I wish more of us would tune into that type of thinking of, whatever crypto or any type of platform that we're in, you got to learn how to use that platform to benefit yourself for the long term. If making money is a lot easier than keeping the money and maintaining the money and stretching the money. So we talk about build generational wealth. You can't necessarily build generational wealth just making money. You got to have the systems in place to keep that money in rotation. Otherwise, you're going to end up blowing the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. And if you look at all YouTube channels, who's really telling you about this?
Mm,
Nobody. Like they tell you how to do this, how to do that, but are they telling you about taxes? Right? So that's why everything that I do right now, I borrow against it. Right? Because guess what? Even if the market crashes, I'm not 100% exposed. And even if they liquidate you, because when they liquidate you, they sell it off. So
mm-hmm.
even if they sell it off, right? You're selling it off at a loss. That's a tax write-off again. And even if they sell it off again, guess what? They're selling it at a smaller amount, so it's a lower capital gains. So that's two-way you win right then and there, right? So that's why I borrow against all my asset, right? So I never have 100%, and it's recorded on the blockchain. They can't go around you because you can say, hey, this is from a loan platform because it shows you, hey, you move this from this wallet address and it's time stamped. It's IP address stamped. Everything is on the blockchain. So there's no, like, they can say, oh, you're doing this. There's full transparency. No one can go around you with it, right? Full
Right.
transparency. And here's a gem for you, right? And here's a money making way how you can generate, because you have a school, right? You know, a lot of kids like to play games. So this is one way you can make money with crypto. The play to earn gaming industry, right? Where, you know, gamers right now is a career. Like when you play games, that's a career right now. You
Right.
make money from playing games by testing like the platforms, making sure the game is operating. You're looking for bugs and all that different stuff. But with cryptocurrency games, right, you can play a game and the coins that you earn in that game, you can cash out.
Mm.
One example, Gods Unchained, right? That's a cryptocurrency play to earn platform where you can play the game and you earn cryptocurrency and you can trade that and cash that out, right? So think about, you have a school full of kids, right? You know, at leisure time, basically, you know, kids like to play, right? So here's one thing you can do where you can get a monetizations out of it, right? Where you have like a little gaming place, because kids are gonna play games no matter what, right? So guess
Right.
what? At the same time, when they're enjoying themselves, they feel relaxed, feel relieved, right? And they're playing the games, they're making money right then and there. I tell parents this a whole lot of time. If you have a house full of kids that love to play games, get a cryptocurrency game, let them play,
Right.
right? So right then and there, they're contributing to the bills, right? They're contributing and making some income right then and there. And guess what? It's a win-win. The kids are happy, and then you are happy now. And
Mm.
remember, gaming is a career, because I tell a lot of persons this. What's the goal of going to school? To get an education, right? When you get that education, what is the next step? To get a job, right? To do what? Make money, right?
Right.
So if you can skip a couple steps and go straight to the money, why not? It's just that within the school you get to interact and you get to do other little stuff. But if you can get straight to the money, why not? So that's another way how you can make money with crypto, through gaming. And you know, the gaming world, it's a $1 trillion industry.
Man.
And now they're moving games into cryptocurrency, right? And now you even have the NFTs as games. So if you get deep, cryptocurrency is a whole ecosystem, is a whole industry that has everything incorporated in it, right? But look at just the gaming. That's a $1 trillion industry. We see the movie industry coming in. We see the music industry coming in. Look,
It,
Prada, Gucci, all of them are coming. Nike, right now you can buy a virtual Nike shoe if you want. You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? For your
Yeah.
character, you can do all that stuff. So I just tell persons that, yo, at the end of the day, get to learn the information. So when the opportunity comes, success, because we know when success means what? Opportunity meets preparation.
Right.
That's success, right? And that's riches also. So if we get ourselves prepared right now in the bear market where everything is going down, people are like, you know, scrambling all over the place, get the knowledge, right? So when the opportunity comes a couple years from now, you already be equipped. So instead of you learning then and scrambling all over, you're like, "Sure, easy. Boom, you get this." And this is what I'm teaching and trying to show a lot of persons. But at the end of the day, who will understand will understand. Who don't want to understand, what can we do? The only thing we
Right.
can do is just put this information out. Because I remember back in 2017, I didn't have someone telling me this. If I had someone doing this right now, I wouldn't be here right now. I'll probably be an island somewhere, honestly. Because from I got that Bitcoin, bro, the transaction actually went through, but it canceled. But I didn't know what to do. 2 Bitcoin at $500. Think about it. And I see, and then it moved from 500 to 1,000. If I had saw that, I would probably buy like 10. So
Yeah.
imagine I had 10 right now. And then the bear market went up to 80 grand per. Man, listen. Man, you get what I'm saying? When opportunity meets preparation, man, like we just gotta get ourselves prepared, brother. Any more? Come on, hit me with your next question. Come on, talk to me.
Man, you know
I'm
what?
ready.
This is, it's almost like a sidebar, but man, I gotta get you to come to my, I gotta get you to speak to my students. Man.
I'm willing, man. Definitely. Just let me know, and we'll book it, and I'll come through, and I'll show the kids what's going on, right? Or they understand, because even with crypto, right? And we're talking about crypto, but what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is digital money used for a medium of exchange. That's a simple definition. You don't need to complex it or anything like that. You don't need to go deep, right? Don't get it twisted, or I make it easy for people to understand, and that's what my coaching style is. Cryptocurrency was made by computer programmers, right? So it's more difficult. So if you basically get into this and you go by yourself, you might get confused. That's why a lot of persons get taken advantage of and
Mm,
they lose their money. Because there's three key things with crypto, especially when you're sending crypto. You have to send one crypto to another crypto. Because if you send one value to another, you lose it. So example, you have Bitcoin, right? Which is
right.
BTC. Remember, you have different names. You have Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin whatever. So Bitcoin, the original is BTC. So if you're sending BTC to a BTC wallet, the transactions go through. But if you send BTC to a ETH, which is Ethereum, you lose your money because they don't have the same value. So that's one point to know, brother. You have
Mm,
to say send the cryptocurrency have the same value. The next thing again, you have to send it on the correct blockchain. Each cryptocurrency has their own blockchain. And then some cryptocurrency platforms give you other blockchains, but that's within the platform,
right.
right? So you have to make sure that you're sending the cryptocurrency on the correct blockchain. What is the blockchain? This is where the information is stored, right? Just like the banking system where you have deposits and withdrawals and everything is shown, like the transactions, that's the equivalent of blockchain. This is where all the information is stored. So that is very important that you're sending your crypto on the correct blockchain. So one, you're sending the right crypto to the right wallet. You send it on the right what? Blockchain. And the next thing, the wallet address. You have to make sure the wallet address is exactly the same. You cannot add, subtract, or take away anything from it. Not even space. Because space is a computer integer in the computer language. Ones and zeros. A space is an integer, right? So it is a value. So you have to make sure it's exactly the same. And you see how simple that is? So you have that right here, then you have NFT, then you have metaverse. But this is the basics. If persons don't know these basics right here, they lose. Because just how to make money within the cryptocurrency market, you have to know how to do that. You have to know how to move your money over here to capitalize on another platform, right? So if you don't know how to do the basic stuff, how are you gonna elevate to a higher level? And that's why a lot of persons count on other persons to take their money and invest for them when they can do it themselves, right? Or learn how to do it because it's not hard, right? You can do the whole thing through your phone. It's on autopilot. You don't have to be on a computer, right? You don't have to be, you're not day trading. We're sync trading, right? You don't have to be on your, it's really, really simple. It's just that a lot of persons don't have the guidance. And the only thing we're here to do is provide that for persons and show them how they can do it. I'm going to show you one little nugget right now, right? It's not available in the United States, but it's available in Canada. What if I can show you how you can make money with crypto without investing any money in the market, and you don't know how, and you don't have to like buy, sell, trade. You don't have to do nothing.
Mm, okay,
Too
talk
good
to
to
us.
be true, right? Too good to be true, right?
Right.
I figured out that formula, right? So most of my students for my second tier program, right, in Canada, it's only based in Canada. That strategy is only for persons living in Canada at this moment, right? The other countries, the platforms that does it, they are no longer available, right? It's not working there. This strategy is only available in Canadian. So if you have persons who are Canadian citizens or they have some Canadian documents, right, I can show you this strategy. Literally, where you have to do nothing, right? You don't have to put no money. You don't have to give your money to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You're using your regular money and making money with crypto.
Mm,
Sounds too good to be true, but I figure it out, right? Most of my students, I teach them that. That's what get them in. And once they see that, and guess what? I'm not attached to them, right? They can say, go away, Garnet, or they can always do that, right? They don't need me to be around anymore. It's not a pyramid. It's no nothing. I'm teaching you pure information that you're gonna use for the future, and you yourself can teach somebody this information again, right? So there's a whole lot of stuff to learn. It's a whole lot. because I've been in this space for quite a while, right? But I know how to dissect it. I know how to give you what you want right away, right? And not many persons can do that, right? And that's just my unique selling proposition, right? Because I've lived in so many different countries, right? So it helps me and it helps persons out there who want the information based on your jurisdiction. That's why I can tell you that for New York, persons living in New York, they're gonna have a whole lot of trouble,
Mm.
right? So, and that's New York. Think about when that happens to California,
Right.
Florida. You're gonna be seeing this going on. So get the information while it's hot and capitalize on it because regulation is coming. It's not gonna be that easy to just sign up on a platform and they limit you. Right now, if you sign up on Coinbase, right, and you try to purchase say $1,000 worth, Coinbase is gonna tell you no, can't do it. 500 first. Then once you spend a little bit of money, they increase it to like 500 to like 1,000. Then the next level is like 3,000, I think. So you
Mm.
can't even just go in and just think you're gonna buy a bag of crypto. They already limit you.
Mm.
Yeah, you can try it out for yourself. Think because right now I have the Coinbase app. I just, I have my course coming out, so I basically have like a test cryptocurrency platform. I have to show my students what's going on, and you can see the limit there. They limit you right away. So even if you think that hey, you're gonna come in and you're gonna make this money, it ain't gonna happen because they're gonna limit you.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
You get what I'm saying? So, like there's a lot, but it's just for us to educate, and who wants it gets it. And I tell persons this all the time, guys, you're going to pay. You either pay somebody who's a coach or mentor who has the information. You're gonna pay by what? Losing your money
Right.
because you don't have that information, or you're gonna pay by what? Missing out.
Yep.
One way or another. Those are the three ways you're gonna pay. So you have to choose which one you wanna pay.
That's
Right?
it.
So yeah, man, hit me with your questions, man. I know I'm
Right.
dropping a whole lot of stuff for you to think about, but yeah.
I got for you. Man, what platforms would you recommend? You know, like me, I know I used crypto.com. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? But I heard people discussing different things and I don't know the differences. What platforms would you recommend are the best platforms? You
All
know?
right. So for like persons in Canada, I recommend Coinbase, Crypto.com for real. You have ShakePay, you have Bybit, you have CoinFeel, right? Those are some Bybit, Bitro. Those are some platforms available in Canada. For United States, you have Coinbase. You have Crypto.com again, really good. You have FTX, that's a major player coming into the game, right? Then you have also Gemini. So those are some top four platforms that you can look into. There's a whole lot of platforms out there. You can also use Kraken too. But I give you the ones that are more user friendly. So once you start the process, it's easy for you because you don't want to go on the platform that has all these charts. It's going to confuse you unless you have someone to coach you. So
Right.
I'm giving you the platforms that are more user friendly. For persons in the Caribbean, CEX.io is a really, really good platform to start off on because it's really user friendly. You have Gate.io, Binance, and you have Coinbase again. However, for persons within certain jurisdictions, there's limitations to Coinbase. Coinbase basically gives United States persons full functionality. However, for example, persons in the Caribbean, they can't like add their credit or debit card right now. Right?
Mm.
They only can have the send and receive function. So they have to get crypto from somewhere else and send it over to Coinbase to utilize it, right? So those are the little things a lot of persons don't know and they get frustrated with, right? And just even signing up on the platform. Some people they try to put false information like, yo, you have to put the right information. So those are some of the platforms that you can start off on with, right? Based on the jurisdiction. And for Europe, right? For people in the Europe areas, like you have same thing again, crypto.com, Coinbase, you have FTX, you have CEX.io. Those are some major platforms you can use. Very user friendly. I'm giving you the ones that are user friendly. You have the cool coins. You have so many platforms out there, but for the typical persons, they're not gonna understand it. Once you see those digits running all over the place, it's gonna, your brain is gonna go out fried. You're not gonna see, you're not gonna understand right away. But it's really simple once you get the knowledge from the ones that are user friendly.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, man, this been interesting, man. I definitely got to get you to the school, talk to my students, man, put them up on game. That's one of the ways I've been able to become successful in building our school is that I just bring in a lot of experts, man. I bring in a lot of coaches, a lot of CEOs, a lot of millionaires a lot of people who know their craft, because I don't know it all, and I know I don't know it all, right? I'm
Definitely.
and it's very niche. So outside of that, that's when I reach out to the bigger, broad community, like, yo, come pour into these babies, and that's how we've been successful, man. So definitely, I gotta get you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get you to, Zoom or in person, however you do it. I know we got some heavy hitters coming up. I know like Marquell Russell's coming out to the school. We got Brent Dresser from Morning Meetup coming out. We got some heavy hitters coming, man. And actually, all of them have spoken at my school before. So, we just had a long list of just successful entrepreneurs. A. Donahue Baker, just big time people, small time, whatever, man. But whoever's willing to pour into these babies is always, a joy for me. And I think this information that I think if my students could have seen this conversation we had tonight, they definitely could have benefited from it. So, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get you in front of my students, man.
Definitely, brother. And here's the thing, right? I know we're just focusing on crypto, but for me, I don't only focus strictly on crypto. I show you how you can utilize crypto into other asset class. I basically combine crypto with life insurance. That's one play because I know about the infinite banking. I do it for myself. I teach persons it. I do crypto with real estate, right? So when you make this crypto money, you go to the real estate portfolios. Crypto with stocks, right? How when you make these gains, you go to stocks. Crypto with car rental services, right? Crypto with your own business. How are you gonna setting up your cryptocurrency business as a business, right? To reinvest, right? When you make these cryptocurrency gains, we're going into the healthcare industry where we can buy properties and you can do the home healthcare system, right? Because that's one of the business that I personally do, right? You can do crypto plus with hair care, right? When you make this cryptocurrency assets, right, you can invest into the hair care, right? And which is the primary place for hair? China, right? Which is a heavily based Asian countries, which are heavily cryptocurrency based. And now we can start conducting business with cryptocurrency, right? And having the POS systems in place, guys. I'm affiliated with a service that does the POS system. So if you are an entrepreneur, you want to collect cryptocurrency and not be exposed to it, there's a system that's already in place, right? I'm one of the representatives from it. It's called B4U, right? We are now, you as a business owner, you can receive cryptocurrency payments and they give you at the current rate, but you're not exposed to it at all. In the back end, we give it to you where you can get the crypto if you want it, or you can get the cash equivalent. So now you can go into the market, diversify yourself, and still not being exposed, alongside with the strategies that I gave you previously, right? With the loans and all that different stuff. So, like, it's not just crypto. Crypto is taking over all the industries. We have land being sold in the cryptocurrency space. We have movies in the cryptocurrency space. We have music videos in the cryptocurrency space. We have I don't know which industry hasn't been tapped by crypto. Like, if you can name me one, DeFi, decentralized finance, we have been banks. Wells Fargo is in the crypto. Goldman and all these platforms, even BlackRock now, February heard about it. Insurance, Fidelity and BlackRock, they're coming into the cryptocurrency space. Why is that? Guys, follow the money. All these different major players are getting into it. They're offering crypto retirement services, right? Like, if you don't get into it from now, when the wealth is being transferred, you're gonna miss out on it. All right, give yourself 2 to 3 years, 3 to 10 years, right? Just give yourself some time. I'll say the minimum 2 years, and that's how you can build wealth. And even talking about, the trust where you can pass on cryptocurrency wealth, right?
Right.
With crypto, if you get the ledger, right, and you get your attorney and everything, you can basically put the money that you stipulate for which child, the amount, and you put a stipulation saying, hey, you have to learn about crypto because you want them to get this information in order for them to claim that money. So you can have 5, 6 ledgers. The money is there. No one can hack it. And you have your attorney who has the code for that specific person. When they reach that age and they fulfill the requirements by learning this, because they have to learn it to even move it, right? That's how you can put on generational wealth again, right? And you can put that into a whole trust and you flip it same way. Like, you can say you have 2 ledgers, right? This person has $1 million. You say 500 on this one, 500 on this one. You give this person, and this is for the other generation. So now we can incorporate crypto with a trust. So everything that you can do in the traditional system, you can do with crypto, right? I just gave you the whole blueprint, how you leverage taxes, how you do wealth building with it, right? How you make money, how do you maneuver? Like, it's a whole industry, the different segments. of crypto. You have NFT, you have DeFi, you have metaverse, you have gaming, right? You have trading, and then trading alone with crypto now they're trying to tokenize stocks. So at the end of the day, because it's easier to handle, but they haven't reached there as yet. So now we're gonna be having stocks in the crypto form. So now we think about trading. Now, when the stock market is going over to crypto and you already have this information, how powerful are you gonna be? You're gonna be the advisor for so many boards because guess what? You have the proficient knowledge already, right? And just me telling you this information, you advisor in a Fortune 500 company, how much is gonna be your paycheck?
Man.
So it's like this is where my mind is. This is where I'm seeing it, and I know the money sees it too. That's why they're trying to restrict as much persons because they see the potential and they can't stop it anymore. So they're doing what they say. Hey, we have to mess this thing up. We have to see how we can, twist and turn it and control as much as we can, right? But majority of persons already were in it. But the vast majority of the world, because right now I think it's just 5% of the entire world really understands crypto. So what happens to the other 95? When that 95 portion comes in and is deployed, once regulation is stipulated, wealth, right? We're not going to talk about millionaires or billionaires. We're going to talk about trillionaires or quintillionaires. That's going to be the next bracket, right? Millionaires are going to be like $100 or just regular people. Oh, you're a millionaire? Sure. Man, talk to my trillionaire friend. Talk to my quintillionaire friend, right? Elon Musk. Like, if you see what he's doing, like, he's going to pass the trillionaire bracket quickly, right? Once this whole space thing comes in, and then he incorporates that with crypto, because just like with Oracle, right? They have to use a blockchain because the blockchain is faster, right? When they incorporate all of this, like, there's so many ways, brother. And I tell persons, just follow the money. Follow what the rich are doing. Warren Buffett, I always say this, right? Because I saw it. He is against it, but he has companies that owns it. You get what I'm saying? He personally is against it, but he owns company that owns the crypto. So when you hear their talk, you're like, does it make sense? And this is what the rich does, right? And that's why the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. But at the end of the day, I think it's just for us to get the proficient knowledge, right? And execute on it. Get the information from the right person, right? And execute on it. And that's what I tell a lot of persons, right? Like, that's what I say. You can do it yourself, but it's gonna take longer, and you're gonna fall a little bit, and you're gonna get hurt. I already got hurt already, so I can tell you what not to do, especially within the NFT space. You get hacked so easily, right? They drain your account so easily. Does the YouTube people don't even tell you? They are the ones who even put the code there for you to use it, and they take away your money. A lot of persons do it. That's what happened to me. But I got that information. I learned that lesson 250, right? I lost 250, but I'm glad I learned that lesson because I created my own NFTs, because I do create NFTs, right? And I had 12,000 of them. So imagine I had sold those 12,000 NFTs, made how many millions, and just see all of that money just go away. How would I feel? So I took a loss, but I'm glad it happened because I learned a valuable lesson. Go slow. I was trying to move fast, and this is what happens to a lot of platforms out there that are getting hacked. They were moving too fast, and that's why I appreciate Cardona. They take their time and they're doing the thing correctly. Because when you go too fast, listen, you get exploited, and there's not a lot of room for mistakes within the cryptocurrency space. You slip, you slide. So you have to have the right knowledge and have the right guidance. I have someone to show you what's going on, right? And even me, the world is changing. The cryptocurrency is getting, like, it's changing so much. So I'm even learning also, but I'm a couple of steps ahead, right? And I have the updates, so I can say, hey, you do this, right? You do this, right? You do that. That's how and just to end it off, because I know you got to go soon, just like the cryptocurrency scams, and I'm going to touch on this also, right? Because this is what is happening a whole lot, and I have to speak about it. So a lot of persons have investment platforms. You hear people talking about investment platforms. I tell a lot of persons, don't invest in no investment platform. Some might make some money, but don't do it. You can take your own regular money and invest it. Yes, you want the quick money, but you're going to lose it quickly too. This is what the investment platforms do, right? So they basically create a code, create a system. So just like how you have a timer, right, where you have the stopwatch going up and down,
Yeah.
right? They do the same thing. They duplicate that system, but what they do, They edit the numbers and put currency there. So when you put your $500 in or whatever amount, they stop it. They start the stopwatch right then and there. So you feel like you're making money. It's a timer that's going up, but the wallet address that's there where that they provide, it's correct. So once you send that money to the wallet address, it's deposited, because within crypto, it's always forward going. So once you send the money, you can't like take it back.
Right.
Right? That person has to send it back to you. So that's why they're so successful. But that's what happens with all these investment platforms, right? And family members, again, family members telling you, hey, yo, I made this investment. Let them show you the gains. Let them show you the physical cash. If they can't show it, don't believe it. And I tell other person, this is how you can basically know, because everything on the blockchain is transparent. Ask them, say, hey, provide me with the wallet address. Since you said you made this money, provide me with the wallet address. You can look on Etherscan or whatever cryptocurrency or blockchain.com, right? And look at the history to see if this person actually made that money. So you don't even have to take their bank account and look at their stuff, because some people don't want to show that. Because I tell a person, the number one rule in my program, don't ever tell nobody the amount of money you make. Don't do it.
Facts.
You can use this term, say, hey, I'm highly invested in crypto, Bitcoin. I'm highly invested in Ethereum. My portfolio mainly consists of this one, but never give a figure. So you don't want people tracking it. That's one of the number one rule I tell in my program. But there is a way you can know if someone actually made a gain. Taking that wallet address. Because if you say, hey, send me some money, I'm going to send you some money, they're going to give you the wallet address. Before you just look up the wallet address, look on the blockchain, and you can see if they actually cashed out. It's not hard. It's there. That's the purpose of crypto. So people have this thing about crypto where they are talking about, oh, it's the dark web. Listen, you get catch even faster. Everything is transparent. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every single thing. That's what I tell a person. Even when you're making this money, don't sell your asset, borrow against it. So 10 years down the line, listen, the IRS it's gonna make the IRS so easy to track people. Like when they incorporate the cryptocurrency system, like their like work is gonna be so easy, because they can say, okay, what's your wallet address? Boop, the one button, everything just pops up and shows you everything. Like everything just populates. It's gonna make their life easier, right? So that's what's gonna happen, brother. And you know, it's just for us to go through the space, maneuver through it, and things are always changing, right? Laws are changing. So we think it's gonna be easy a couple of years from now. It's not gonna be so easy for the regular masses to enter the space. The playing field has been lowered now, right? Wealth is being transferred to these people who are in this space. We saw it last year, right? It's just that a lot of persons didn't have these strategies in place. They didn't have a loan strategy in place. So if the thing crashed, they still have liquidity. They didn't have a tax planning, so IRS are hitting them hard. They didn't have none of these strategies in place. They weren't deploying their cryptocurrency assets into a life insurance, protecting themselves and their family. They won't put in their money into different real estate portfolios and building passive income at a slow rate, right? And they can actually borrow against. So they weren't doing that. No one was doing it. So now is the time for us to get the right information. So when the next bull run goes up, or when the next influx of money comes in, or when regulation is stipulated and people are making these gains, we have the knowledge already. So we're just gonna do what? Go up. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, this has been man, definitely educational.
Yeah, and this is just the surface, brother. I haven't dived deep down into one particular topic as yet. Like, this is just the general, like, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of stuff people need to know, and that's just it. But based on the information that I just gave you, you can use that and start your journey. Just start doing your research, right? But I say to persons, don't do it by yourself. Get a coach, get a mentor. It's gonna pay off. Yo, this thing called shorting, right? That's you making money when the market is going down. You see how the market is going down? All persons who are in short trades, you hear companies say, oh, we're going to short this stock. When the stock goes down, they're making money. So we know the name of the game is buying low and selling high, right? But here's the thing. You can buy low and sell lower and still make money, right? And I tell persons that, yo, at the end of the day, you have to invest in yourself. Because I invest in myself. I learned that strategy in 15 minutes. The guy charged me $800. Less than 15 minutes, he says, Grant, this is what you do. Bam, 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 bam. $800, just like that. I'm giving two persons for free. showing you that, hey, this is a strategy that you use to make money when the market is going down, shorting, right? $800, less than 15 minutes. But here's the thing, I'm glad I learned that, because guess how much his mentor charged him for him to learn back then? 20 grand.
Mm.
So think it's coming from 20 grand
Mm.
to 800, and I'm not giving it for free. But
Facts.
at the end of the day, like, it's just to implement it. And my goal is to see people successful, right? Yes, at the end of the day, we want some monetary gain. Because that's, you believe in abundance. That will automatically come. We attract money no matter what. It's going to come our way. But to see person's life change, like, that's a whole nother level. Like, that's a whole different feeling. It's not even about the globe, but just to see people successful, just to see somebody who was probably broke and they just invested into, say, a Bitcoin, right? Or even say a XRP, because XRP is gonna blow up if they beat that case, right? It's at 30 cents. It's projected to go to 10 cents the first run, then 500 in the future. So think about if you have, say, $1,000 sitting down in it. Because people waste money doing frivolous stuff. So
Absolutely.
every day you buy a burger or whatever, and you invest that burger money into some XRP, which is 3 cents. And a burger normally costs around like $9, right? Say you spend, say, 10 burger money on it and just have it sit down there. A couple of years from now, that can change your life.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with Bitcoin, right? There was a guy, I think, on the internet who had millions of Bitcoins. I think he sold like a couple Bitcoins for a pizza. I
Yeah.
think it's
I got
like, yeah,
uh,
yeah. So think about if he had, how much Bitcoin was it? I think it's like 100 Bitcoin for a pizza.
crazy for a pizza. For like
For
a
a pizza, 100 Bitcoin for a pizza.
crazy.
So, man, cryptocurrency is the name of the game, brother, and it's just for people to get this financial literacy. But as again, brother Henry, my name is Garnet Jeremy, cryptocurrency coach. I make cryptocurrency simple and easy to understand, and I help persons invest in the cryptocurrency market safely. Right, that's what I do. I'll take it over to you now, brother Henry. Go ahead, man.
Man, well, I
Close
appreciate
us out. Close us out with something, man.
And I appreciate it's definitely an honor being here. I hope a lot more of us pick up on these jewels that was dropped tonight
Yeah.
because a lot of us are serious, but a lot of us, like myself, make moves and you don't have the knowledge. So just come get the knowledge and by all means, get a coach. The one thing I can say in 2022, the fastest way to making money in any industry is to get a coach that has success where you're trying to be and shorten and collapse time to get to where you're trying to get to. So definitely, y'all gotta holler at my man Garrett for that, man. Y'all,
I'm gonna give you one more thing before you go. I have a course coming out, so I have the wait list. But when you sign up on the wait list, it's called decryptocourse.com. www.decrypto, DECRYPTO, right? Course, COURSE.com. When you sign up on the platform, I'm gonna send you a free checklist. I'm gonna give you guides where you have the guide to the wallet address, what you should do, right? That's $100 value. You get what I'm saying? I'm giving the person for free. I'm like, hey, this is what you need to do, because that's just a starting point. That's just to get you on the platforms,
absolutely.
right? So once they click on the crypto course or click the link in my bio and go on the crypto course, they can sign up and I'll send them that free checklist, right? And then once you see the checklist, you'll see what's going on. You try it out, Henry. As soon as you're finished, you try that link out and you'll see what's going on, right? I detail everything so in a nice form, like, and also you can book a call with me if you don't want to do it yourself. You can set up the wallet. But I said I need to just give persons some free games, some information out there that can help them. So at the end of the day, they don't have to say, oh, you have to pay him all this money to get started. I give you the checklist free of cost, man. Go start your journey right away.
Hey,
Right?
man, that value, get that value. So I love it, man. I'm CEO, brother Henry. I'm co-founder of Kicking First Academy, largest K-12 entrepreneur academy in the country. Business coach right now. I have a mastermind running right now. We are doing a six-figure experience. I'm helping folks hit their first six figures. So that is fun, and always jump in and stay, man, listen, get a coach, okay? I just had a billionaire coach build out for me. He told me, he said, I'm going to give you a deal. He said, pay me $500. I don't need your money. I'm going to go build you a micro business. You and your wife can run on the side late at night when you're not doing anything. Hire somebody to run it for you, passive income. So I built it. I paid it. He built it. And when the coaches give you game, you just gotta run with the game they give you.
Man.
And like I run with the like I'm a student. I'm always a student
Man.
in the classroom trying to learn. So I appreciate the invitation, man. It's been my honor. I got to get you to the school. We got to link back up again, man. Do this again because there's a lot more
Definitely.
that we can put out there, man. A lot more people can learn and benefit from. And as always, man, the value that people gain from sitting down with people who know, man, is just through the roof, man. So I appreciate the honor, brother, for the invitation. I'm honored to be here, man. We got links soon. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
You know what? I forgot to do? I forgot to share this out. Oh my God, I forgot, man. But it's okay, man. YouTube or the algorithm will push it out. But thank you again, brother. You know, see you next time, and you know, we'll definitely connect. Like, you know, we gotta get this information to the students, right? They're the future, right? Definitely.
And they parents. So, you know, we got a big
Oh,
mission. Yeah. Yeah.
oh, all right, all right. I see.
Moving
That's
through.
good.
But really, the target is the parents because they're the ones who got the money that can make the investment decisions. They're the ones who,
True.
you know what I'm saying? So they're the ones who are already invested in their children's education. So they already have a mindset that says, well, if I'm going to pay for education and I'm coming to this school to learn how to break generational curses, what do you got for me? So those, you know,
Makes
you get
sense.
students, but you get the parents and, you know, you start helping them put that portfolio together. And, you know, we get it, man. We get it. So let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
All right, man. Thank you so much, man. So I'll see you around, man. You know, and just keep in touch. We'll connect, man. Definitely.
I'll holler at you.
All right. Have a good one, man.
All right, for sure.
Cool, cool.